Good evening, awesome people. Welcome again to another day in the backyard apiary. Just doing a short little walkthrough, just observing what the kind of activity at the entrance of the hives are. Let's go. At the front here, we have hive number 10 and number 12. If you look at number 10, you'll realize there's a lot of bees clustered at the entrance and a little bit are on the reducer board, right? Now this activity is usually referred to as bearding. This kind of activity can give you an idea of what's happening in the hive, as it pertains to whether it's temperature issue or it is also a swarm indicator, you know. Looking at this here, I don't believe it's a swarm indicator because I recently went through this hive less than 2 days ago, and it didn't have any swarm cells or queen cups in there, and they did have space to actually build out, right? So I would say this is more of a temperature issue. Now, one thing also I realize is the entrance of the hives have a different texture. Like it looks like it has a little bit of moisture at the entrance. What that tells me is they're actually curing the nectar to change it to honey. So this, I believe, it seems as if they have brought in quite a lot of nectar from some source unbeknown to me, and they're actually now working on actually reducing the water content in the nectar to turn it into honey, basically. So it actually shows a different color. I don't know, you guys probably won't be able to see it on the camera, but I can actually see it. The bottom board is actually white, and now it's actually discolored. It has this weird greenish color to it, so I don't know. And then hive number 12, you see, this hive really surprised me. If you keep in mind, it was the original queen, I believe, that came from hive number 2 earlier in the year. I think about March. I decided, well, not I decided, but hive 2 went into a swarm mode where I discovered a lot of swarm cells in there. So to kind of correct a hive that's going to swarm, once the queen is there, you have to really move the queen, the original queen, to a new area, and instead of losing her and then let one of the swarm cells take over when that queen is hatched. So this is the original queen from number 2. She has built up quite nicely in this 5-frame double setup here. Last time I inspected her was probably about 2 going 3 weeks now, where I checkerboarded it. I might go in there probably next week just to see how they're doing, but to be honest, I don't need to check them out for a while. And then these here are number 3 and 4. So if you realize, actually open up these hives, remove the reducer board, and if you can realize here, the activity is spanning the entire entrance of the boxes. Number 4 is showing a little bit of bearding, but I'm not too worried, you know. They have enough space that actually have a deep and 2 shallows at the top, and this one has 1 shallow at the top. So if there's any nectar that they should bring in, hopefully they'll build it up and put it into the top shallow. Alright, so let's move on. Now we're looking at, this was where hive number 2 was, and I combined it after I discovered that this hive had a drone laying worker in there. Did the combine with the swarm that I caught in actual May, right? So they're doing quite fine. Definitely seeing a lot of activity especially in the afternoon. You see more activity. Pollen is going in. So I'll definitely be putting back the card on it shortly. And then this one here is hive number 1. Now this is another hive, guys, where the discoloration at the entrance with this kind of yellowish greenish color, that to me shows that there's moisture. They're trying to move the moisture out of the hive. And I don't know if you can see, but there's a couple bees at the entrance where they're actually fanning and pulling the air from the hive. So that's them trying to potentially cool down inside the hive and remove moisture, right? So yeah, it seems they're getting nectar from somewhere. So if you look at number 7, activity at number 7 is looking nice. But even number 11, guys, check out number 11. A lot of activity at number 11. So the population in the hives, guys, are increasing a lot. Now number 9 is also one of the hives where I'm also seeing the discoloration, that kind of greenish color, greenish yellowish at the entrance. That to me is they're removing moisture from the hive. So yeah, surprisingly number 9 doesn't have that large population like the others at the front, so I don't know. Number 6 kind of have 2 shallows at the top and the deep, but I still didn't remove the shallow from this hive as yet. Just gonna let it remain for quite a while until I'm actually ready for it. I just take it off. And then over there you have number 8. Population is nice as well. And number 5, I've never really seen where number 5 like bearded or anything like that, so it appears they're utilizing their space nicely. Keep in mind, guys, that majority of the hives here were splits made during this year. This is basically it. Loving the activity, and as I said, there's a few of the hives that have that discoloration at the entrance. That shows that they're actually trying to remove moisture, and once they're removing moisture, that means they're trying to cure some form of nectar. So a couple of the hives definitely found some kind of nectar source. I don't know what it is, but I'd be interested though to find out what it is. So yeah, guys, so just want to say thank you all for tuning in. Your time is and will always be greatly appreciated, and I just want to ask you to like, share and subscribe and hit that notification bell. So enjoy the rest of your day, or I should say night or evening, and again, thanks for tuning in. Peace out, guys.